Hey there, welcome back. My name is Katie if you're new to my channel, and this is Louisiana Cooking and Living. And today we're going to be making some mixed berry turnovers, kind of like a little homemade Pop-Tart. I will leave a link in the description box of the Pinterest post that I found this recipe from. They're originally a blueberry turnover, but I have some mixed berries left over from a little party we had at our house this past weekend. I have some raspberries, some strawberries, and blueberries. And if I don't have enough for what we need for making this, I will go ahead and add some blueberries from my freezer from my friend. We've had a few blueberry recipes recently, so if you're interested in blueberry recipes, I will link those up in the cards up here above, that you could check those out. We had a lemon blueberry pound cake. We did blueberry muffins, and then I made a lemonade pie with some blueberry decorations on the top. I've also in the past done a blueberry French toast casserole. So I have quite a few blueberry recipes, and I know it's blueberry season right now, so if you're interested in those, you can check those recipes out also. This looks like it's gonna be pretty straightforward and easy to put together, so we'll get started. All right, so we're gonna double this recipe, and the first thing she says is we need 2.5 cups of blueberries, so we're gonna try and get 5 cups of our fruit. This is my blueberries and raspberries, and then I have my strawberries here. I'm gonna de-stem real quick, and just kind of give them a rough chop so they're all kind of the same size. All right, I'm gonna get some frozen fruit to add to this. Okay, so it looks like I have some blackberries in my freezer still, so I'm gonna add some blackberries to this too. All right, so we're gonna get these in here. We're gonna measure these out. So we need 5 cups of the fruit to double this recipe, and then we're gonna add 1/2 cup of sugar. And then in a few minutes, we will, after this cooks down, we will thicken it up with some cornstarch slurry. All right, so that's probably about 5 cups. That's a 4-cup measure. So we'll get this in our pot, and we'll add 1/2 cup of sugar. All right, we're gonna add 1/2 cup of sugar. We're gonna put this on the stove top, and we're gonna bring it to a simmer, and we'll let it simmer for a couple of minutes to get this all soft. All right, we're gonna go ahead and roll out our puff pastry and get those ready to go. And I just forgot, we're gonna add a couple of teaspoons of lemon juice to our mixture. All right, this is just some store-bought puff pastry, and I just rolled them out, or flipped them out, let them thaw a little bit because they come in the freezer section. I'm just gonna roll it just to kind of make sure all the seams are together good. And that's really all that I'm doing. I don't necessarily want to get them thinner, just to kind of make them more cohesive. And then we're going to cut these into 6 equal squares. And then when our filling gets finished, we're gonna put it in the middle and we're gonna fold these over. Okay, so our berries have been simmering, and I'm gonna kind of mash them up because there's still some big pieces of strawberries and stuff in here, and we kind of want them smaller. And I have a cornstarch slurry that is equal parts of cornstarch and cold water to thicken this up. I have about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of water. We want to bring this up to a good simmer because the boiling, the hotter this is, the thicker this cornstarch slurry will make it. So we want it to kind of get it, not a rolling, well, I mean, it's kind of rolling boil, but just put a little bit at a time. You don't want to overdo it. we'll take all this. Ooh, it's gonna be hot. Careful with that. All right, I'm turning my burner off because I think this is thick enough, and we'll go ahead and fill our pastries. Okay, so what I decided to do was to leave them square because I thought if I folded them over, they'd be too small. So we're gonna fill a square and then put the top on and do an egg wash on these. So we're gonna go ahead and fill this. They're yummy mixture here. So they might not look the best because they're not equal in size, but they will taste good. And so we'll crimp the edges here. And then I'll finish filling these up and then we'll do an egg wash. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, we're gonna make an egg wash real quick. I have 1 egg and a little bit of water in here. We'll give this a little whisk and we'll brush the tops. And I have so much filling left that I think I'm going to just put it in a mason jar and we'll use it like a jelly. Even though it doesn't have pectin, I won't can it because it's probably enough just to put in 1 jar and we will just use it like that. So we'll get these egg washed. And what I'm gonna do to the top, it says to sprinkle some turbinado sugar on there. I don't have that, but my organic sugar from Costco is pretty grainy. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of this on top like this. We'll get them all done. I have my oven preheating to 375 and we'll get these baking. All right, so here we go. I did put little slits on them in case they puffed up, they didn't explode. And we'll get these in the oven and they'll bake for about 15 or 20 minutes. And then after they cool, we will get a powdered sugar glaze to go on top and then we'll be good to taste them. All right, so my son couldn't help himself and wait for the glaze. He took one for him and his friend. So we just have 4 left here that we're gonna make a glaze. And what I'm gonna do is I have a little bit of the compote part left in my pot and I'm gonna add some cream and powdered sugar and make the glaze with this. I haven't ever done it this way, so we'll see how this works. Just have a little whisk here. It's a pretty color. Make sure we get all the lumps out of that powdered sugar. I think we need a little bit more cream though. So we have a little bit of a drizzling consistency. All right, let's taste that. It's sweet, but yeah, a little tangy from those berries. All right, let's drizzle. Got a little bit of that berry on my finger. All right, so here we go, and we will take a taste test. I didn't get quite to the berry part. I'm gonna have to get another bite. Maybe I'll cut it. There we go. See all the flaky layers, the berries. That's an adult version of a Pop-Tart or a toaster strudel if you've ever had those. So good. Now I feel like I'm covered in berries. Well, I hope you give this a try. If you have any fresh berries laying around or even frozen ones, these are so good. So easy to put together. Anyway, I hope you give these a try. We thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, we ask that you hit subscribe and follow along with us as we cook and make all kinds of things from our South Louisiana backyard homestead. I know these berries didn't come from our yard this year. We do have berry plants we've planted, and hopefully next year we'll have our own fresh berries. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.